This episode is brought to you by Battleborn Batteries, the best name in the RV and marine industry. These lithium batteries are designed and assembled in the USA, backed by a 10-year warranty. The best solution for your battery anxiety, so go check them out at battlebornbatteries.com.
You are listening to Beyond the Wheel, a podcast about the people and ideas that drive the RV community forward.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to an informative episode of the Beyond the Wheel podcast. On today's show, we will learn about RV extended warranties with Shannon, one of the managers at Wholesale Warranties. Besides the valuable warranty information, Shannon will also talk about the beginnings of the company. Before giving too much away ahead of time, let's get into the discussion with Shannon from Wholesale Warranties.
Hi, Shannon. Thanks for joining us today. Could you tell us a little bit about yourselves and your role in the company and a little bit about Wholesale Warranties?
Okay, so my name is Shannon. I'm the sales manager for Wholesale Warranties. I've been here about 5 years now. I have generally always been in the recreational side of life. I grew up in the really far reaches of Northern California, where it's basically Oregon. So I did a lot of, snowboarding, dirt biking, all of that. So of course my parents had to have the toy hauler. And of course I got to be around when the toy hauler broke down, which is always fun watching that stress. I did end up moving down to San Diego on a bit of a whim. And my surprise when I found Wholesale Warranties, to start working here at a company that not only has the owner been through what I've been through, but nearly everyone here has some kind of experience with recreation. And then we get to help people get through those types of situations was really wild to me. So I really found a home here. Wholesale Warranties in general, we are the leading provider of RV warranties in the industry. We do provide direct to consumer, so there's no dealership situation in between us and the customer. We are a broker, so we carry a couple of different types of policies with different companies, and we focus more on educating our customers on what type of services they get, what is the best policy for them, more so on the value side, making sure we aren't being that sneaky salesman. We really make sure that the customer gets the best option, not always the most expensive one.
Wow, that's great. So when you say you're from Northern California, up around like the Crescent City area up there?
Yeah, pretty close. I'm from Mount Shasta, actually.
Okay. Yeah, we're heading up there this summer. We're going to be up and stay a couple weeks up in that area. So
it's beautiful up there.
Haven't been there yet, but that's what I hear.
Yeah, Crescent City is wonderful. You're right near the redwoods.
Yeah, that's why we're going. How and why did the company get started? Was it always a warranty company, or was it started exclusively for recreational vehicles? How did that happen?
So it really started with our owner, Jeff Shelton. He has also kind of grown up in a similar fashion where he grew up in that recreation, and his parents actually own a marine dealership. So he firsthand got to grow up working in a dealership, and it sort of was his life path, so to speak. He began actually with this company selling as an agent to dealerships. So he would go directly to a dealership and set them up with policies to sell to their customers. So that's how a lot of people get started, and that's generally how the warranty industry started. That being said, Jeff would go back and check in with these dealerships to see what was going on, and generally found that the customers were confused. They sometimes didn't even know they bought policies. It was just rolled into their loan. They were having problems getting claims paid. There just was a lot of miscommunication, that the dealership wasn't actually educating the customers on the warranties that they were buying, or if they were buying one at all. So Jeff thought, this is not right, and decided to make a direct-to-consumer company.
So I'm curious about when you say that direct to consumer. So like when we bought our RV, we bought the extended warranty through the dealership, like you indicated. with wholesale warranties, customers wanted to go through an extended warranty through wholesale warranties, they wouldn't do it through the dealer. They would actually call you guys directly to do that?
Yeah. Yes, the customers or you can call us directly, and our warranty specialists specialize again in that education. So they're going to go through the different options that we have available and really get to know you and how you use the RV to make sure that you get the right policies. So we take care of it for them right there. They don't have to go back to the dealership to do anything regarding the warranty.
And then for everybody listening that does not have an extended warranty, what are some of the best reasons that they should be considering and picking up an extended warranty?
So the biggest reason to purchase an extended warranty when you have the RV is that RV is going to break down at some point. For those of us who have been through it, myself included, not even being the person who paid the bills, but being the child of parents who paid the bills, the stress is phenomenal. So that RV is going to break down. And actually the manufacturers know this because it's a little known fact that RVs are actually built by hand. These big Class A motorhomes and the travel trailers are built by human hands. And so if one guy has a bad day, maybe he didn't get enough sleep, they can actually be put together incorrectly or just kind of off. And that's why manufacturers typically give the 1-year manufacturer's warranty, because they know there's that shakeout period where a lot of repairs are going to start happening. So these RVs are going to break down, and with the claims studies that a lot of warranty companies have done and we ourselves have done, it shows that about 30%, if not more, of RVs have a major breakdown by their second year. So this could be engine failure, a slide out. These are the big, expensive repairs. And then by their 8th year, nearly 100% of RVs have had some sort of breakdown that is considered major. As technology improves, and of course, as we get more and more into the future, the technology of these RVs is just getting higher and higher. And a lot of the repair facilities are still kind of a little bit behind, which is not their fault, but they just aren't moving as fast as technology is. So what happens with this is it results in a really high demand for these repairs, and it causes the parts and labor rates to skyrocket, because if you're in a city where there's 5 repair facilities and only one of them can fix the high-tech item you have, he's just going to be swamped. To add into that, why RV owners should look into extended warranties is, of course, that's going to break down. And what we're seeing is the average cost to repair is getting to be about $300 per hour between parts and labor. So this is a huge out-of-pocket cost for customers, especially when you're not expecting it, and especially when you're on vacation. No one, really wants to deal with that. So the RV warranty coverage will step in to pay for that and help mitigate, those costs, and helps protect the travel budget and your life on the road.
One of the things I do as we travel around the country is look at the labor rates at RV repair facilities, and they seem to be going up every time I look at it. So that's true, that it's getting more and more expensive to make these types of repairs.
Mm-hmm.
And there is so much parts, plumbing, your mechanical and everything, electrical, that goes into these RVs. I do feel like there's better chances of things going wrong than right, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And you are in an RV all the time, so that.
Yeah. You had mentioned, with people being on vacation, does the extended warranty also cover full-timers?
They do, yes.
Can you give any examples of what's covered under an extended warranty?
Yeah, of course. So an extended warranty is built to cover the mechanical and electrical items on your RV. So this can be anything from something small like your built-in microwave or your power step, all the way up to your engine and chassis components. Anything basically mechanical or electrical. We do have a few different levels of coverage that are available that help, again, mitigate those costs in a way that a customer is comfortable with. So just a brief explanation, we have the highest level of coverage. It's called an exclusionary, and that can get confusing because that seems like a very negative word. It seems like it's going to exclude a lot.
Right.
It actually excludes the least. It's going to cover everything on your RV except for what's specifically listed as not covered, which is going to be your maintenance items, oil changes, belts, hoses, tires, light bulbs, things that you are paying attention to anyway. It doesn't cover cosmetic items, so your paint, upholstery, things like that. And then, of course, anything that would fall under collision or comp insurance. So that's weather, accidents, outside physical sources, things like that. Moving on, we do have a next step down that is still very comprehensive. It's called a stated component policy, where it's going to specifically list each item it will cover. This, again, is basically everything on your RV, but what this level of coverage does is kind of brings that cost down, but it's not going to cover some of the really high-tech items. This is like solar panels, wheelchair lifts that some people have, so it's slightly lower but still has great coverage. Then you can take even further a step down for customers who may or may not do some repairs on their own. We have a powertrain only coverage, which eliminates the house of the RV under coverage, the parts that you actually live in, and it just covers the parts that make you start stop. So that whole chassis area, including the radiator and things like that.
I think that's great that you guys offer so many different types of plans instead of just a one fits all. I think that's really good.
We really have, in the time that we've been doing this, we found that not all customers are the same. Everyone is unique and has their own unique needs when it comes to RVing. And we've really found that having several different types of policies available have made us even more of an advocate for the customer to show that, we aren't just trying to sell you, we're really trying to make sure you're taken care of.
Yeah, and that kind of leads me into my next thought, Shannon, is like Kenny has a motorhome, a Class A, and I have a fifth wheel. Mm-hmm. We wouldn't get the same warranty plan. You have them separated out.
Yeah, so they're two different contracts essentially. So if, for example, one of you called in, with your motorhome, you'd get a contract that had the full information about powertrain. When someone with a travel trailer, fifth wheel, toy hauler calls in, they would get a contract without that motorhome level of coverage. It would essentially be similar to if we were only covering the house of the RV, because you don't have the chassis with the travel trailer. That's really the only difference between the two.
Right. Okay.
And then could you kind of walk us through what a claim would look like if we were out and about and something did break down? Do we call Wholesale Warranties? Do we find a dealer first? How does that work?
So the process in order to make a claim is pretty straightforward. What you would want to do is go to a repair facility of your choosing, as long as they're licensed and they have a tax ID to do business. Not I make the joke with some customers, it can't be your cousin's friend that works under the tree down the street.
Fair enough.
Take that vehicle to the repair facility, let the repair facility know what's going on, and let them know you have an extended warranty. At that point, what they're going to do is they're going to diagnose the problem, and they typically will call into the warranty company to file the claim for you. The mechanic and the warranty company, they speak each other's language, so they're typically going to do that on your behalf. And they're going to obtain prior authorization for this claim. The repair facility gets the prior authorization, and it's very important to do that. Without that prior authorization, the warranty company typically will end up not paying the claim simply because they weren't informed of it and they couldn't do their checks and balances beforehand. Then the repair facility can go ahead and start those repairs. Once the repairs are completed, the warranty company pays directly to the repair facility. Anything that's covered, those parts, labor, all of that, they'll pay directly to them. Now, as an advocate for the customer, we stay with you through the duration of your policy. We aren't just a typical broker in which we're going to take your money and wash our hands of you as soon as we have it. We stay with our customers to ensure that they have a good experience with us. What happens is if a customer gets into a miscommunication, sometimes the warranty company or the repair facility maybe calls a part something where the other one's thinking it's this, but they're thinking it's that. There can just be some miscommunications that happen. And at that point, the customer can always call us. We have a claims supervisor here who specializes in being that mediator. While the customer should always go through the claims process through the warranty company, They should never be afraid to call us if they need help, because we will step in on their behalf.
Now, if I'm stuck on the side of the road, and I can't get it to a repair facility, do you also offer some sort of roadside assistance plan that would be rolled in with the extended warranty instead of the customer having to get their separate roadside assistance?
Yeah, so we do have actually a couple of options. The first one that comes with the warranty is a mobile mechanic feature. So if the customer is stuck on the side of the road and it's a fairly quick repair, meaning that they're in a safe location, it's safe for the mechanic to do the repair there, the warranty company will actually pay up to $200 just to send the guy out there to do the repairs, and then they also will pay parts and labor. So that's built into the policy. We also offer a roadside assistance program that is a separate contract, so it is an additional cost, but it's going to offer unlimited towing, which I don't know if either of you have ever been towed, but it is a massive bill. And a lot of these warranty companies build in only like $750 worth of towing into the contract, and it's really not even enough to get an RV onto the tow.
Wow.
The roadside assistance we offer on the side offers unlimited to, the nearest qualified repair facility. So you do have those two options available to you in that case.
Yeah, I almost had to be towed one time, and they said it would have started at $2,000. So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
that's, $750 is not going to cover it.
No, our owner took his RV out to Wisconsin from Southern California and had a breakdown on the side of the road, middle of nowhere, Wisconsin. It's funny because he's like, oh, this won't happen to me, and we forced him to buy the roadside assistance. Like we were like, you have to have this. So he breaks down the side of the road. The guy comes out and he's, being a warranty company owner, he's talking to the tow truck driver and he says, how much does this normally cost? And Jeff says that when the guy responded to him, he nearly fell over. Like it was. And the funny thing is, that a lot of people haven't been through that our owner has done firsthand is that fear of being stuck on the side of the road. He said, as when he came back and he was telling us the story, he said, I thought I was prepared for it because, I tell everyone what it's like. And then he said, man, the anxiety, the shaking, the fear that someone could hit me, it really hit him hard. So he was very happy to have that roadside assistance.
Yeah, especially if it's on an interstate where people are driving like maniacs anyway. It's pretty scary.
Yeah.
Does the roadside assistance, does that cover fifth wheel? Like if Sean's pulling his fifth wheel with his truck, does it cover the truck also?
It does. Yeah, it will actually cover any vehicle owned, leased, or rented in the policyholder's name.
Okay.
So it will cover the truck while he's pulling it, while he's pulling the trailer. It will cover your car if you're pulling it behind your motorhome.
Yep.
So it is a lot of coverage, and it's a very reasonable price for the amount of coverage that they offer you. I cannot sell the roadside assistance enough, to be honest. Like I can't tell customers enough, you have to have this.
Now, can people purchase just the roadside assistance? Let's say they had an extended warranty from another company because they weren't aware of wholesale warranties at the time they bought their RV. Is it possible just to get the roadside assistance?
Yeah, they're welcome to call us and just get the roadside assistance if that's all they need for now. And then they can purchase it for up to 7 years. And if they like, we can put them on I'm hesitant to call it a renewal schedule because it doesn't automatically renew past that term length. But essentially, we will call them and say, were you happy? Do you want to renew? And we keep them on the ball with that just to make sure they don't lose coverage. We do the same with the extended warranties as well.
And how long is a typical extended warranty? Are they also 7 years?
So they vary. It depends on the year of the RV and how many miles are on it. For a motorhome, if it's a trailer, it depends on the year. You can see up to 7 years when a coach is brand new. So like the 2019s right now, the 2020s that will soon start rolling off the lot, those will look at 7 years. As the RV gets older, it gets shorter. The typical term, once it's outside of 3 model years, is going to be a 4-year policy. The lowest that we have is the 3.
At the end of a 3-year or 4-year or 7-year, is there an option then for the extended warranty as well to do a renewal?
Yeah, they can. Customers can certainly renew with us, and we will always call them, a month or so ahead of time to remind them that that's getting ready to expire and to see if they want the new coverage. They can buy an extended warranty from us at any time for motorhomes, we can go up to 20 model years with less than 125,000 miles. And then with the towable RVs, we can go up to 15 model years. So anything 20 model years and newer for motorhomes, and anything 15 model years and newer for trailers. Once we get that, that's when the warranty companies start cutting off the eligibility.
You guys are more acceptable than some of the campgrounds that I stay at.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought. I mean, I thought like 5 to 7 years would be the max for an extended warranty.
Yeah, it's interesting because a lot of customers are just uneducated when it comes to warranties, because for a long time they could only get them from dealerships. Really, the dealership wants to move product. They want to sell that RV, and it's nothing against the dealership. They're just not built to spend the time with the customers to really go over all the information they need to know. And honestly, once they sell that RV and that extended warranty, that salesperson's not really invested anymore, which is fair because it's not their job.
Yeah, it's a completely different focus.
Yeah, so it's, when customers call us and they say, oh, I have a 2010, can I get a warranty? Am I out of eligibility? Or, of course you can. People are surprised to hear how far back we can go.
Skipping back to the repair process now, if I went on your website, let's say I have a wholesale warranty and I went on your website or called, do you have preferred dealers, repair facilities that you like to use? I mean, if I called and said, I have no idea where a repair facility is, could you recommend one or say, we prefer if you went to this one, like most insurance companies do?
So we actually don't have a preferred list of repair facilities or a network. We find that it really bottlenecks customers into certain repair facilities, and then the repair facilities get overrun. It takes the customers forever to get claims done, and we just want to get you back on the road as quickly and safely as possible. So allow our customers to go to any repair facility in the US or Canada as long as they are in business. They have the tax ID number, they're licensed to work on RVs. That basically, you can go anywhere. So you can do a quick Google search if you need to. We do have a sister site called rvrepairdirect.com. And that is basically it's something that we've built that sort of resembles Yelp in the way that you can put in your zip code and it will bring up all of the repair facilities around that. And I shouldn't say all of them. I should say it will bring up repair facilities around you, and it will actually give customer reviews of that repair facility. So because there's so many repair facilities in the US and Canada, we just can't put every single one of them on there. But you should be able to put in nearly any zip code and find a repair facility near you. Additionally, if you need help finding a repair facility, you can always call our claims manager, Bobby. He would be happy to help find one.
Well, that's really great that you can go anywhere. I mean, that makes it so much easier than having to deal with a certain facility and waiting 5 or 6 months to get something done. I mean,
right.
that's really, yeah, you're right. It eliminates a bottleneck in getting something repaired. So that's awesome.
Are we also able to purchase the extended warranties to cover, say, toys in the RV, like motorcycles, ATVs, or even our tow car?
You can get extended warranties for your autos. So car, truck, we can cover those. Basically, just call in, let us know, all of the information on it, and we can pull one for you. We have a few different options. As of right now, we don't have a policy to cover toys, as it were. We've had some in the past. We dabble back and forth. We're just looking for the solid policy that we really want to back right now. So we look to in the future, but right now we don't have the coverage for motorcycles or ATVs, things like that.
I would imagine it's very difficult to cover a vehicle like a side-by-side or ATV because you're literally taking them out just to beat on them. Really.
Yeah, just to wreck them, really.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things about the motorcycle and ATV warranty industry is that most of the warranties require that that vehicle is still under the manufacturer's warranty to purchase a policy. And to be honest, we just don't like that. We prefer to be able to offer policies to any customer that, requires one. And it really limits it because almost every customer is already out of the manufacturer's warranty. And being someone who grew up riding dirt bikes, I know exactly how much damage they take. I can definitely attest that, sometimes you need the coverage, but we just haven't found the company that works the way we want them to.
Julie and I, we do have an extended warranty, and I think Kenny actually has an extended warranty as well. Julie and I use ours sparingly because I do most of the repairs myself because it's faster. Is that how most of your customers use the extended warranty, like just for major items? Or do you find that people really use them for the gamut of repairs?
So, it's funny because we have customers all over the spectrum. We get the customer who is the RV mechanic who says, give me the entire coverage because I don't want to repair any of it. And I don't want to do it. And then we have the RV mechanic who says, I just want you to cover my engine. Then we have the customers who can't work on the RV and, they want to take some risk or no risk. It's really all over the spectrum. And so that's why we've really changed the type of sales force that we have. We don't like to, again, hard sell customers just to get them into something. If something that we carry doesn't fit what the customer needs, then we will certainly say you might be better off somewhere else. Our first want is always that the customer has the best value and that it covers what they need. So kind of like what we talked about before, we have several different layers of coverage to choose from so that anyone across that spectrum can, find the level of coverage that fits them. Most of our customers, actually, it's funny, do a lot of their own maintenance, like oil changes and things like that. But most people find, especially the vacationers, the full-timers who like to work on their RV, they're going to have the tools and everything with them to do those types of repairs.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, the vacationers who may work on may work on their vehicles at home, they typically aren't going to bring those tools with them. So when they're on the road and they find, oh, something failed, because of course it's always going to fail when you don't want it to.
Yeah.
They don't have the ability to, to fix that. So like I said, across the spectrum, we usually suggest a higher level just to be safe, but always what fits the customer best.
You had mentioned the full-timer always liking to maybe tinker or do their own repairs. What about the full-timers that, like Sean, put on 1,000 watts of solar up on his roof? Is there a coverage that would do add-ons as well?
So we don't technically have add-ons in that sense. At that point, for Sean, who did go up and put solar panels on his roof, it can be kind of a gray area. So it really depends on how they were installed. The manufacturer, or I should say the warranty company, they're going to always say that it should be professionally installed and be in line with manufacturer's specifications of the unit. So that's where the gray area is. If he climbed up on the RV, put those solar panels in for himself, I'm going to congratulate him because I couldn't do it. But the warranty company's probably not going to offer coverage because it technically wasn't professional. And therefore, they don't have someone to fall back on in the case it was installed incorrectly. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect. Yep.
Yeah, because I'm far from professional.
Yeah.
That's true.
I was going to say that, Sean, and then I was like, you know what? Yeah, I shouldn't be jabbing at Sean. We'll take it personal. So when somebody purchases a warranty from you guys, and a lot of people go through RVs fairly quickly, and they want to resell it, is the warranty transferable to the new ownership, or does that person hold on to that warranty and it transfers maybe to their new purchase?
So it is, the warranty itself is transferable as long as the customer is selling the RV to a private party. they can transfer that warranty directly to that new owner. But what they can't do is transfer it to the dealership and have the dealer transfer it to the new one. So it's only through private party sale will they transfer it. People find this to be a massive selling point for their RVs. It's always easy to sell an RV, and people who have an extended warranty on the RV and offer to transfer it have a higher success rate. It builds more value, and it shows that if anything failed, it was probably already paid for. That being said, we offer the ability for a customer to do what we call a cancel transfer. Because these policies won't go from one RV to another, we cancel the previous one and use the prorated refund that the customer would get towards the new policy on the new RV. So that's one way we're helping the customer, quote unquote, transfer the policy. It would technically be a new one, but we make it an in-house process that makes it a lot easier on the customer, because you're right, customers go through RVs. I've seen customers buy a new RV every year. It's wild.
I know somebody that have bought 3 this year, so
Yeah.
they don't need an extended warranty. They never go out of their original warranty.
Yeah, I've had a customer buy a policy from me and then 3 months later go, yeah, no, we decided on something else. And like, you had it for 3 months.
But that person that only had it for 3 months had the option to, I guess, in a sense, cash it out and then purchase a new warranty with you guys.
Yeah, they sure did.
So
awesome.
why can't it? I'm just curious. Why can't it transfer like to a dealer to a new owner that way? Is that just a company policy, or is that pretty standard across?
It's standards. Even the warranty that the dealership sells to the original customer, they won't transfer it to a new buyer. It has a lot of details that go into it, but a lot of it is that RV is going to end up sitting for a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's
Who
right.
knows what happens to the RV on the lot, things like that. So it's just industry-wide standard really to not have it transfer through the dealership. As for it not transferring to a new RV, it really has to do with the specifics of the RV, that year, make, model, mileage, the value of the RV. These all change the brackets that customers fall into with that RV. That changes, where that price falls. Very similar to your collision insurance. You fall into brackets there. So I'm not going to have the same insurance rate as either of you do. So that's why they don't transfer. It's just not the same. It's not those same brackets. So it just basically has to be completely redone.
So is it better to purchase an extended warranty right when you buy an RV, or let's say I'm buying new. So I go buy today, I go buy a 2019 Tiffin Allegro bus. Is it better to buy the extended warranty right at the time of purchase, or should I wait until that 1 or 2 year warranty is up from the manufacturer?
So it really comes down to the customer's preference. You can do it either way, but I highly recommend that customers purchase the extended warranty right when they purchase the RV. The reason why is you're going to get that 7-year policy, that longest term, versus the shorter terms. As soon as that RV comes out of manufacturer's warranty, those terms start falling. They come down to like the 5, the 4, the 3 years. You're going to get the longest term available. Secondly, you're going to get the best price, because when we input that you have a 2019 brand new RV, the warranty company registers that you have that 1-year manufacturer's warranty. It is actually giving you a discount for being proactive in buying that. They know that you're going to be covered for that first year. And so, they're not going to be paying claims in that first year. You're going to go to the manufacturer's warranty. So the discount is much higher. I tell customers all the time, you can buy a 7-year policy from me now for cheaper than you'll buy a 6-year policy from me next year. And I've had customers not believe that. They come back a year later and they say, oh, wait a second, you were right. I said, yeah, I'm always looking out for you. I'm not trying to, get you to buy the 7-year for fun. It really is saving you money. And at that point, the extended warranty company couldn't say, oh, this is a pre-existing condition, because guess what? It's not. it's been covered. You had coverage the whole time. They can't claim pre-existing condition at that point.
And also, you would probably know better than I, but the manufacturer warranty, I've never bought new, so I don't know. Are they limited to where they can bring that RV in for work compared to you guys being able to go to any certified dealer?
I think it really depends on the manufacturer. Each of them are going to have different regulations. For example, Tiffin, they request whenever possible to take it all the way to the Tiffin manufacturer, which is in Oklahoma, I believe.
Alabama. Red Bay,
Alabama, that's
Alabama.
right. They want you to take it all the way back to them. And Tiffin's great because they will help you with nearly anything. I always tell people, and they ask me, hey, what kind of RV should I look at? Tiffin, that's what I'd find. But, so it really depends on the manufacturer. They might have specific regulations that I just can't speak to.
As far as like when I got my extended warranty, again, this was several years ago, I really didn't know much about the RV industry. So I went to the dealer and fell in love with the RV and bought it right away without doing a lot of research. And one of the things I did was that they wanted the payment, the full extended warranty payment up front. Is that something that you typically find, or do you guys offer like installments, or how does the paying for an extended warranty typically work with wholesale warranties?
So with us, you have a few different options. We can do, you can pay it up front in full if you want to throw it on that credit card and get the miles or whatever it is. A lot of customers like to do that, or some just like to not have payment. So we do allow that. But we have a couple of different payment options available. We can go typically as far as a payment plan of 12 or 18 months. This really helps bring that digestibility down for customers because sometimes it's hard to say, I'm going to drop a few grand on this. A lot of us just don't have that. So the payment structure is really important for a lot of people, and we do offer it.
What is the most common claim that you guys see?
So the top claim that we see typically is with anything electrical. A big standing point of the warranties that we carry is they cover the wiring in the RV. And you're sitting in your RV right now, so think about how many wires are around you. There's a lot of them. And because people just don't think about that. A lot of warranties won't cover that. Ours will. We see a lot of electrical, and they can be, $500 plus. But the bigger things that we see happen are the radiators in the motorhomes. These can cost, $2,000+ for a radiator claim. Slide outs are another big one, depending on what needs to be taken care of on the slide out, because it can be several different things, anywhere from, $500 to a couple $1,000. And then little things that will, nickel and dime you. Your power step, for example, that can be at least $600 just to have that repaired. And it's the little things like that that really can nickel and dime you. And one of the things actually that really helps that we do, I'm going to go a little off topic here, sorry. One thing that we do for our customers that are outside of manufacturer's warranty when they want to purchase an extended warranty from us is we actually will pay to have an inspection done on their behalf. We send a mechanic directly out to the customer, wherever the customer feels comfortable doing an inspection. And this guy is going to come out and meet with the customer to basically see, how the RV is. He's going to have them do a small test drive. He's going to have them show that the slide outs work and things like that. It helps on both sides of the spectrum because not only does the warranty company get to see like, hey, I'm putting a warranty on a winner of an RV. It's not a lemon. It helps them, bring their costs down. It helps regulate those costs because warranty companies can skyrocket their rates based on claims. So us proving that the RV is in full working order, helps them maintain those costs, but also it's really effective for the customer. It shows them one peace of mind that, you have a good working RV, but also it gives them the soapbox, for lack of a better term, to stand on. Should the warranty company say, hey, this is a pre-existing condition? So the customer calls us and says, wait a second, you did an inspection. You said there wasn't one. And we can go to the warranty company, hold up that inspection report and say, hey, look, see where we did this. So it's just an extra layer of coverage that, to segue from those most common claims that you asked is we do that inspection to provide our customers with even further support.
So would a person, when they're getting an extended warranty, is it required for them to disclose whether they're a full-time RVer or just a recreational RVer? And also, what if they start as a recreational RVer and then move to a full-time RVer? Are they required to notify you guys of that change?
Yeah, on the contract, there's just the difference of a checkbox that says full-timer. That checkbox makes kind of all the difference in the world. It doesn't actually change the price. It just changes the way the warranty company looks at that contract and whether or not you'll probably need a mobile mechanic, whether or not you're traveling a lot, things like that. So whenever possible, we always put full-timer on there if the customer is a full-timer. And often if someone calls us and says, I'm recreational right now, but I'd like to sell my house and RV full-time. Most of the time we'll just check full-timer because we know they're going to get to that point. If someone doesn't let us know that and they change their mind on what they're doing, they should always call and let us know, so that we can help them take care of that.
I figured there would be some sort of difference just because using it all the time versus using it a couple times a year, a lot of different stuff can happen.
Yeah, and the interesting part of it is that really helps the warranty companies, again, mitigate those costs to make sure that they're offering a fair rate to everyone across the board. So it's definitely something that we should know. Especially for full-timers, we want to make sure they're in the policy that's going to take care of them. So that way, you're able to do a lot of the repairs yourself, but again, most people can't. So we always make sure that they have the level of coverage that's going to cover them.
And you had said that you can even put a warranty on a vehicle that's 20 years old. So you have me a little curious. So what would be something that would disqualify a RV from being able to be covered?
Beyond the age requirements, there's not much that can disqualify them aside from a odometer rollback. Should the odometer have had anything done to it, it rolls back, it doesn't read true mileage, they've tampered with it, that's typically a no-go for warranty companies, and it's a big issue across the board, whatever kind of vehicle you have. The other one is going to be a branded title, the salvage, rebuilt, things like that. Warranty companies across the board, across the industry, they just won't write a policy to those.
That's it? That's good.
Yeah, that's it. Only two other things? Wow.
Yeah, the whole point of the extended warranty is to, make sure that the customer is covered. And we've gone a step further to have that inspection done. Whereas a lot of warranty companies will write a policy to a customer and not even look at the RV. Could you imagine buying a house without having it inspected? Like, it's wild to me. So the warranty companies, they'll write that policy without that inspection, but then they'll just turn around and call everything a pre-existing condition. So why would they put more safeguards in it? So that's really where that inspection steps in, is it protects that, not only the warranty company, but it protects the customer as well. And I think that's really where you're not seeing a lot of those things that are going to hold back, because the warranty companies are able to just deny things anyway. With the inspection, it helps our customers know if something's wrong, especially something that a warranty company would typically go, we probably don't want to cover this. We can say, hey, go get that fixed, show us that it's repaired, and we can get that coverage for you, because the warranty company obviously doesn't want someone to just put a warranty on an RV because they already know their engine's blown.
Yeah, I think that the inspection piece is huge for, like you said, both you as the warranty company and the customer, because they really get to see what kind of shape their RV is in.
Yeah, and what's really cool is we'll do it for customers who are buying RVs from a private party. And so a customer can call us and say, oh, I'm looking at this RV. We want to look at the warranty. We explain the inspection to them. And so we'll send that inspector out to that RV to inspect it before the customer even buys it. Having someone that really doesn't care if you buy the RV go out there and give you an honest report of what it is invaluable to our customers.
Yeah, that's huge. If somebody was interested in finding out about getting an extended warranty from you, what kind of items should they have in their possession before they contact you?
A customer can really call us with basic information. They just need to know the year, the make, the model, the mileage of the RV, and really how much they paid for it. Even then, if they don't remember the value or if they aren't sure, we can look up the value on the NADA website. So just what kind of coach it is and how many miles it has on it. Everything else, when the customer calls us and is just getting information and is being educated on what's available to them, everything is about their experience. Everything is about who they are, how they're using the RV, and what we can offer to them based on that lifestyle. Once they're ready to move forward, that's when we need a little bit more information that they might need to grab something for, which would of course be the VIN number, the in-service date, what day they purchased it, little items like that are typically quick to find.
Yeah, so nothing they would have to do a whole bunch of homework on before inquiring with
Right.
you guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We want to make sure that we did not forget anything, and if there is anything that you would like to add to the conversation.
Yeah, I think that's probably about it. I have the marketing director saying how to find us. Of course, you can always find us on wholesalewarranties.com. All of our information's there. It's really cool. You can even look us up and read all of our little bios if you want to know a little bit more about us before you call to feel a bit more comfortable. But yeah, no pressure. Anyone can give us a call and just get some education. We're here to help.
Awesome. And we'll be sure to link all of your information on our website as well in the show notes.
Wonderful.
So thank you very much, Shannon and Stacy, for coming on and explaining everything to us. We really enjoyed having you on the show, and I know that our listeners will find great value in all of this information today.
Well, thank you so much for having both of us. We appreciate it.
We want to thank everyone for listening. It was definitely a lot of information to help you make a decision about the where, when, why, and who of RV extended warranties. We will place a link to the Wholesale Warranties website in the show notes. Thanks again, everyone. Please be sure to leave a rating on whatever platform you are listening on. As always, a special thanks to Battleborn Batteries for their support.
Battleborn Batteries, the best name in the RV and marine industry. These lithium batteries are designed and assembled in the USA, backed by a 10-year warranty. The best solution for your battery anxiety. So go check them out at battlebornbatteries.com.